like as the...
Yeah, as the client, it was like, oh, she's not pouncing on me? Like, oh. Well, and then it almost made me want to, like, share more to see if I can get her to react a little bit.
There you go. Yeah, but I would say, here's a guideline for you. If they aren't doing what she just said, within about 45 minutes, you need to adjust your technique. So you can see Miller do it, and you'll find you can do it too. They're coming in like Mary was. Mary Louise, right? Yeah. Like Mary Louise. All set for you. They're going to oppose you. And within a few minutes, they're finding it's kind of fun to talk to you. They want to tell you more. They're sharing. Within 45 minutes or so, they should go from, I don't have a problem, although my husband might, to, you know what, I've just got to stop drinking and get my life in order. And what do you do then? What do you say? We're coming to that?
Reinforce behavior. Reinforce the verbal behavior.
That's right. We're coming to that right now. That's the next step. Okay. What you're looking for, thank you. What you're looking for is the good side of them, the part of them that works, the part of them that cares, the part of them that, you know, mouths off to the teacher in 5th grade, and then goes home and makes sure that the younger kids have dinner and a bath. It's always there. Is always there. So you are looking for that, and you want to convey that to them clearly. That you know this other stuff. You know stuff isn't working. You know they're in pain. You know they had a tough childhood. What do they want to do now? What's their dream? What's the good part of their life? It's there, and they all know it. I've never run into a single person who you couldn't go through this sequence. What do you want to do with yourself? Well, nothing. What do you like? Well, I'm nobody. Ah, come on. Nah. Surely you have a dream. No, I don't. I don't have any dreams at all. What do you want to be when you were a kid? I wanted to be a vet. I wanted to save animals. Always there. So, the next one we're going to do is reinforcing the positive. You're waiting for it. That's what you're really looking for. And that's partly why you roll with the resistance. There's no point in getting hooked up with the negative. Everyone's done that with them their whole life. They do it. They beat up on themselves way more than anyone else has. So you roll with the resistance, which gives you some time. And then you reinforce the positive, because it's coming. No one's 100% bad, so sooner or later they have to say something constructive. So we're going to do that right now. What I want you to do in your pairs is the therapist is just opening the door, just putting things on the table. That's really all you have to do. I mean, if they're ready, if they're past pre-contemplation, if they're into the contemplation phase where they're starting to think maybe they have a problem at all you got to do is open the door. All you got to do is put stuff on the table. So, you're going to do that as a therapist. And then the job of the client is to say, like I did, you know, there's nothing good about me. There never has been anything good about my life, and there never will be anything good about my life. It's always a kind of suicidal, you know, subtext to a lot of this stuff. So, therapist, opening the door, client, everything's discouraging, but therapist, wait for something constructive, at least a little constructive, and then get excited. So you're kind of neutral through the negative stuff, and then positive when you can be. So let's try that. Let's take a minute. Sounds about right. It takes a while, and there again you have to be patient. Hard yes, right? All right, flip it around, and you get to switch now. If you were the person struggling with a problem, you now get to be the problem. And let's get a little feedback from you. What was that like? Somebody who wants to share. Just to give your feelings, your reaction. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was, I have laryngitis.
Oh, okay. Okay. How about you?
Well, I was just thinking for both of us, it was gonna take a long time for us to overcome our resistances as patients in this, because we had a very complex web of defenses and the way we understood things. So I'm thinking 45 minutes wasn't gonna be enough for any of us.
Well, that's okay. That's just a guideline. Could be. But it's surprising. Because you may be, if you use this system, you may be the first person in their whole life who did what you're doing today. You're rolling with the resistance. It's not an issue. You're not going to get hooked in it. And you're waiting for the good stuff. And then you're going to get excited. It's very satisfying from a client's point of view. No? Everybody was a client. Didn't it feel kind of good when you could tell somebody, okay, yeah. And that's, I always think in my own head, one thing you want to do is, however that client walked in the door, you want them to feel better when they walked out. However they were functioning when they walked in the door, you want them to be functioning better when they walked out. And this is part of the way to do it. All right. There's a third technique here that's crucial. And they all go together. I call it strategic active listening.